Uh,
All right, last time on A Grand Old Time, the party had finished taking out a mimic cave. Went back and set things up with Dr. Sinful. Got some saddlebags for Ragnar so he can walk around with little puppy saddlebags. Um, Thrak got himself a mimic axe out of the mimic teeth that he harvested. They set up trades. They talked about the green boar emblems that Briorg found, which is symbol of the green boar orc tribe. It's a large orc group that has been warring with the other bandit clans throughout the wasteland. What else happened? Didn't write a recap for this. I'm just going from memory. After um, having some downtime at Dr. Sinful's camp and arranging for training for one of their own, Steve, I believe, the party head back to camp, head back to their base, and spend spend some time, about a week, just getting things set up.
Steve.
Steve, yes,
We
Steve.
also went to explore, but got sent back.
Yeah, I know.
Crushed spirits.
I'm getting to that, Justin. Shut up.
Sorry.
Yeah. Throughout the week, Briorg wanted to do some scavenging through the battlefields after hearing that a lot of clans fight each other. Not finding a whole lot, as every time he goes into a battlefield after a battle has gone on, a smaller skirmish usually comes into the place, and he usually has to retreat because he'd be outnumbered. After the main party, Callista, Threk, and Briorg and Ragnar, and all go to a large battle to basically watch it unfold. The Green Boar tribe and another tribe, of beastmen, fighting each other for roughly 2 days or so. After the battle stops and both sides retreat after a long stalemate, the party tried to go and scavenge some things, but only find that another group had gotten there first. And wanting first dibs on the pickings, Thrak tried to intimidate his way through, but a platinum-scaled dragonborn paladin commanded Thrak to retreat, and Thrak did not have the mental fortitude to resist these effects. And so, frustrated, the party retreat and head back to camp. Callista seems to be frustrated for other reasons, and Briorg just thinks that she's racist. And this is us heading back to camp right now. We're still walking back to camp, basically.
I don't really have anything to say. I'd probably just walk back to camp and then start working out, I guess, really.
Yeah. It's going to intimidate
We're on
me.
our way back to camp, right?
Yeah, you're on the way back. It's a few days travel, I will say that.
Yeah, can we stop off at this place to see if anyone's trying to scope it out for their own encampment?
The factory?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can check out the factory.
It just seems like the abandoned factory, someone would want to take it over for themselves. Kind of.
Well, you know what? If we go to the factory, we can bring back something. Start stocking up on metal.
Yeah.
Basically, most of, if not all of it, your grunts have brought everything.
Already collected it. Yeah.
Yeah, the usable resources and such has been brought into the caves. And some supplies of it have been used for trade with Doc Sinful's camp.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we want to go check it out, we still can.
Yeah. Now it's just an empty building.
Yeah, I was just wondering if somebody wanted to set it up as a base or something for themselves. So keep an eye on it.
Callista doesn't seem to give a shit.
We don't want any potential enemies being so close to our home base.
Could be friendlies, and they could help us out.
Yes. So
for now, we'll check it out, and then we'll go back.
All right. So you head to Kevin's factory, roll me a perception check.
Meh.
Briorg, from what you can see, still abandoned and empty. The doors are still open. Like when you first went in, you opened the doors; they never shut. So they're still open from when you first went there.
Can I investigate the tracks around the place, see if somebody's been scoping it out?
From your perception, you don't see any tracks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sure can get ready to leave then.
All right. From where you were to back to the main camp, it's about a 3-day travel, so you can try survival, see if you can live off the land, or just eat food. Okay, so you both managed to like hunt and forage whatever wasteland, whatever the wasteland will provide for food, so you don't have to use any rations. I'll roll for Callista here. Oh, Callista with a nat 20, Jesus.
Can I set up hunting traps at night to see if I catch extras?
Didn't you have those set up at the main base? That basically act as your basically hunting traps to catch food?
I imagine I took them with me. I always carry them around.
Because I remember before leaving, you set up the traps to basically catch food for you.
Yeah.
And you've managed to catch food with that. Like, basically, you set up traps, you leave them until like you decide to check them again to see if they caught any food, any animals. So you leave like bear traps, snares, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You just check them every so often, but if you just keep taking them, then but with your survival, you managed to find enough food to live off of on the way back. Same with everyone managed to do it. Just gonna roll for even Ragnar. Jesus Christ! Start with the good rolls so we can get them out of the way, so we can fail constantly.
Huzzah!
Yay! So yeah, you head back to camp. Callista still noticeably frustrated. She kind of just broods off to her room. How's Threk?
Frustrated, but
Still
he's not gonna go pout, so he's gonna work out.
Okay.
So he's gonna be just deadlifting boulders.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check. 16. Not your best work, but like you're able to grab not as big as what what's her name? Wolftress. You're just going over, you're grabbing some boulders, you start deadlifting them just fine. But you look over and Wolftress is still lifting more than you.
That's not how much or how heavy it is, it's how well you do it.
Yeah. From hers, she seems to be basically she's like deadlifting it, putting it up on her shoulders, doing squats, and then repeating process. And she has a bigger boulder too.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. What's Briorg doing now? He's back to camp.
In between, my making alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually be setting up a still itself to make, so I don't have to keep using so I can make multiple types of alcohol.
So to build one, I'm gonna need Briorg to roll me because you have plenty of like material here to build.
Oh yeah,
like an actual still. To build one, let's see. I'm gonna say an intelligence check.
Oh god.
Because it's an intelligent device. See how smart he is.
Quick question.
What?
Would I have experience making them before, so I would have advantage?
You have experience using them, not making them.
Alright.
That's what your brewer supplies is.
Alright.
But I'll give you advantage because you've worked with the machinery.
Alright. Yeah.
So 17. Yeah, you managed to make a makeshift still out of the stuff that you have here in the camp. Everyone like sees you kind of just go off to like the supply room with all the like materials, And just hear like clanging and all this noise coming from inside the cave. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
I like basically cordon off this section until I'm done.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed in until I'm done.
Yeah, Callista kind of does that with her room as well. She kind of has like her room barricaded off. They managed to like while you're out, they've been mining into the mountains, and like everyone's rooms are kind of widened a bit too. You'll
Alright.
see like piles of like rock debris and dirt that's been like scraped out, widening out the room. So everyone's got like a slightly bigger room now.
Aha!
Yeah,
Who?
yeah. And they've even made proper latrines away from the food.
Ah,
Castlevania reference. Yeah, made like proper because before the first version of this cave that they have just one room for their shit and piss, and the other
Ooh,
room was just where they slept. But now everything's like carved out and widened that everyone has like their own rooms and stuff.
nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see here. So the day goes on. Going to roll something here for your hunting traps that you have set up here in camp. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, 3 traps. All 3 of them had caught a small wasteland animal, small wasteland
Aha!
critter. So you have, for yourself, I guess, 3 rations, 3 dead animals.
I'll just put in the food supply because I've got plenty of rations.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there anything worth selling or trading on them though that I can
These are
trap?
small critters, so like any material to them, not particularly valuable. Nothing like these are just like varmints, like little
Yeah.
critters that you kill and just eat right there.
Alright. Wood and fur that can be sewn together to make boots or gloves.
I mean, more like a reptile, so I guess more like scales, but these are smaller reptiles with not particularly hard or valuable skins and scales.
So like snakeskin boots.
I mean, yeah, you've caught snakes. I'll say that, like little
Hmm.
lizards. Um, Not particularly big ones, but enough
Yeah.
to eat.
Just leave their skins off to the side tanning.
All right.
Just something else for the group camp, not
Well,
my funds or anything. Just
I was gonna say, if you ever get the nerve to ask Callista, she is a leather worker.
ah
She made the cloaks, the wolf cloaks that everyone wears.
yes.
Because by the way, everyone's been walking out with just like wolf cloaks, and Thrax got like a dire wolf cloak on.
wolf.
Yes. It symbolizes basically the wolf pack, which is the name of your group, the wolf pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all wear wolf stuff. Anyway,
I'll reset the traps to rebury them.
Yep.
In different spots so that.
All right, roll me a survival check to see if you find like a better spot to put them. So after a long trek through the wasteland with your big old heavy metal armor on, you're kind of exhausted. You just want to make your booze and go to sleep. So you kind of just like you undo the traps. All right, you get your animals that you did catch. You reset the traps, but you kind of just leave them out in the open. You're like, fuck it. Maybe the animals are stupid. Yeah. So,
Alright.
Anyway, so yeah, with that, well, no, Callista's brooding in her room. So the night goes on. Everyone gets a full rest. I think everyone was at full power to begin with. I think we fought anything
No.
after the. Yeah, no, we didn't fight anything after the mimics.
So yeah, I just put that food in the group food area.
Yeah, I just gotta roll for Callista's active stuff or spells. Let me see. Actually, wait, does she have? Oh, okay, that's not till later. All right. And so she has. Okay. And then her first level is, oh, good one. All right. So next morning comes along, and well, you're inside of a cave. That's what you live in. You need to find like desert music, just for like in the desert. But I'll just put on Drippy Caves. Jeez. Okay. So you all wake up in the morning. Not a particularly eventful morning. Everyone kind of just gets up and goes about their tasks that they're assigned to. What is Briorg doing in the morning?
Bjorg? He's shining his shield.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear
Hello?
you.
1 second, okay?
I can't hear anyone.
I'm not talking.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Alright. 1 second, let me close my Discord and close my phone and see if it still works when it's closed. ATM's got an issue.
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
I was gonna say.
alright.
Yeah, you all cut
1
out
second.
there.
Weird.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah,
I can. Yep.
Alright.
I think Discord just cut out there for a bit.
Yeah.
Because I was seeing the rings around your little avatar icons.
Yeah.
Right, showing that you were talking, but I could not hear anything. Both of you were silent.
Weird.
Might be because of the storm we're about to have here.
Yeah, we had one earlier too.
Yeah, we got another one coming here where me and Andrew are. Anyway, I didn't hear anything that you said after I asked.
I was shining my shield.
Shining your shield? Oh, okay, so you're just like outside, just polishing your shield.
The rays of light are shining down, and it
Yep.
shows. It sets a reflection out miles away.
I wouldn't go that far, but in the immediate camp, someone's like walking by. Who? Oh God, what are the names of the people in camp? Fuck, I keep forgetting their names, and I made them. That's sad. Oh, actually, essentially, the light that's reflecting off of your shield is bouncing on like the perimeter walls, right? So it's like reflecting onto that, and the wolves are all like just there ready in play mode. They got their butts in the air, tails wagging. They're waiting for the light to move. Roll me a perception check to see if you even notice that. Yeah, you notice that all of the wolves, including Ragnar, he's a little drawn to it, but he's like he's like doing that head turn. No, I'm not gonna do it. But you see his tail starting to wag.
I shift the light reflection towards Ragnar.
Oh, so Ragnar starts like he sees it. He like kind of like backs up a little bit. The other wolves are all like trying to yeah, Track will be gone for a morning run. Sorry. Yeah, all the other wolves are like trying to like chase Ragnar around. Ragnar's running. Roll me a dex check to see if you can make it stay on Ragnar.
Yeah. Nope.
Ragnar runs way too fast for your dwarf reflexes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran way past where you were shining, and then like the dogs kind of collide into each other and fumble over. Right, and they're trying to like paw. They're like, there's a fucking sandstorm at this point. Thrak, you roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. You don't even hear anything. You're just gone through yeah, you're actually roll me athletics because you're gone for a morning run. Getting your
Yeah.
exercise. 16 again. Jesus.
Yeah, told you.
Yeah.
It's about a steady pace. You don't overwork yourself. You can't work out anymore.
Yeah. All right, so you go for a morning run, and yeah, you're just focusing on doing like laps around um, those like parts of the hill, or not hills, but like the mountains. There's like sectioned off areas that you can kind of do laps around, kind of like a track field almost, but it's a small mountain in the center.
Cool.
So you just run basically a track around that several times, getting your morning laps in. And what do you do after your morning run?
I'd come back and try and get some food in me.
Okay. Yeah, they have like, communal like stew pot brewing for everyone to just like in Red Dead when you have like the camp stew pots and everyone can just eat it
Yeah.
from it. Yeah, they basically have that going on. It's a mix of like meat, vegetables. Some trade has happened with Doc Sinful where they got like some different like types of food to make food taste better, seasonings and spices.
Gotcha.
Yeah. As you're coming back and getting some food, Callista comes out, and she doesn't seem to be brooding, grumpy looking like she was yesterday, but she seems unhappy about something.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're just sitting there, like you're getting your stew, and it's like, this actually tastes good because they added stuff into it for flavor.
hmm
And
I'll
you
look
breathe.
to Callista as I'm being and I'll say, "You still frustrated about yesterday?"
She grabs a bowl and starts picking at soup, but she like pushes like she's getting the ladle and she's like knocking out bits of meat and just putting like the soup broth and the vegetables into it instead.
Hmm.
Not frustrated, just remembering things.
Hmm.
The whole reason I came here. I'd rather forget it, but it would have made no sense for me to come here anyway.
We all have to face our past eventually.
Kind of just like groans at that.
Let's just hope when we face it, we won't be alone.
Well,
And I'll pat her shoulder and I'll give her space.
my past had lots of people in it, and that amounted to nothing.
That's not facing your past.
If numbers could change face the past, if the numbers existed in the past to begin with, then the past wouldn't have happened the way it did. But it did anyway, despite the numbers.
Zach's gonna be real pissed at her now, and then he's gonna walk away without saying anything.
She's not pissed, but she walked away as well. What's Briorg doing now that everyone else seems to be unhappy again? Or still unhappy, I guess. Be better.
I'm gonna be having fun playing with the dogs.
All right, just fuck everyone else. You're still playing with the dogs.
Shifting around.
Yeah. Wolf just comes out and she's actually gonna get some food. So actually roll for her. I want to see her do something. Where's her? There it is. This would be a be a con. Oh my god. So Thrak, you see Wolftress come out. She smells like this. She's never had this type of food before, so she smells like this wonderful pot of stew. She is almost like drawn to it, like it's magic. You see her just floating over. She grabs the whole pot, lifts it up, and tries to drink it, but she wasn't ready for like the overload of like flavor and all the chunks of stuff in it. And you see her just like actually gonna roll her a dex save. Okay, so God, there's a nat one on the other side. So she picks up the whole stew pot, tries to chug it, right? Realizes it's way too much for her to handle, almost drops the thing, coughs out a lot of the stuff that she just chugged. She's like choking on her food a bit. She drops the pot, but she manages to catch it and put it back down. She got a nat 1 on her con, but then an 18 on her dex save.
Nah.
I was like, huh.
Oh.
The nat 1 on the other side. I'm like, Jesus, stop showing those. I don't want to see that.
I'll go behind her and pat her on the back to soothe her.
Right, roll me a medicine check, because she is choking a little bit on her food. Yeah, that's enough. Managed to like pat her. She like coughs out like a chunk of potato that kind of like went down the wrong tube, but it's like a big chunk. You just see it pop onto the ground. The wolves come over and just like grab it and fuck off. Food on the ground. They don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
These are wolves, not domesticated dogs. So yeah, one of the wolves. I'm gonna say Ozers because he's the runt. He kind of is like food. And she looks over at you from behind. Thank you.
No problem.
What's wrong
I'll
with?
blow her.
She points over at like she looks at you and points at Callista. What's wrong with Strong One?
The Thrax, a spell took over me, and I couldn't. I didn't have the mental fortitude to fight an enemy the other day, and I'm not too sure about her. She's refusing to tell me about her past, so we can't help her with it, and she's just far too depressing for me.
Actually, roll insight for. Never mind. She doesn't speak in full sentences, so she doesn't understand. She heard magic, and already she got confused.
Yeah.
Right? And then you mentioned like someone cast a magic on you. Callista's angry for something else. And then you're also kind of angry at her for whatever it is that she's angry about. So like Wolf is just like confused puppy girl now. She's like, oh, I'm so confused.
I pat her on the head and I give her a kiss. Don't worry about it.
Another one for her because she's very dumb. So she believes that's cue for mating time. So she kind of grabs you. If you want to resist for now, you can roll in athletics.
I'd not resist, but I'll take the lead.
Okay. Yeah, she grabs you and starts pulling you. All right. Yeah, she like starts dragging you. It's like, oh, that. Okay. You just start dragging her instead. And you kind of just like both walk into the cave, muscly arms wrapped around each other. And roll for what is it first? Oh yeah, it's cons. Save or check? I think let's check. I usually go with con check.
Con check.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Oh, so she's the alpha now. Well, for now. Yeah. You got some food in you, but like you worked out yesterday. You just came back from a morning run, so you've been pacing yourself, but like you're in exercise mode. So like, okay, you're supposed to take a break and do like another set after. Feels a bit too much this early in the morning.
That's
Also, you've been gone for a few days. I gotta roll for that. Where is my fucking dice? Where'd my dice go? Where's my red set? There it is. Ooh. Alright, so that goes on for not as long as you wanted it to. She kind of like, actually, now I'm gonna need you to do a con save. Okay. Yeah, so after that, she makes you go again, and oddly enough, second time around, you're a lot better.
I just had to get through the motions.
Yeah, you had to get worked up first.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that's so sudden, hold on.
Give me a moment.
So probably like a couple hours go by, and Wolf just kind of just like rolls over in her side of the tent, and she's gone back to sleep.
Cool. I'll come back out and see what needs to be done around the camp.
Right. Your camp's actually pretty self-sufficient. Like you've already assigned everyone to their stuff, so they take care of everything.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I come in for some food.
Yeah. Well, the food's like being cooked outside where like the main area is now. It's, like everything. So the way I have the camp set up is there's the initial caves where everyone sleeps inside of for safety, but then all the like activities happening outside with from the sides of the mountain, going around a certain amount. There's a built wall of boulders and wood and a door, like a big huge door. And within the walled area to the cave opening is all of the communal area, all the activity that's going on. Yeah. So outside there's a big old stew pot, and yeah, Briarg, you've been smelling that ever since it was being cooked. And who would be the cook? I guess it would be Twig. Yeah, Twig would be the cook. Yes, he's the only one who actually knows how to cook. Yeah, he's just stirring the stew pot right now, keeping it going. And you come over to grab some beef stew with vegetables and seasonings.
Hey, do I roll something?
No, it's just a communal stew pot for everyone.
Hey. I grab a bowl, sit down nearby, start chowing down.
Twig actually looks to you. He's like, "So what's the deal with those two?" She, like points at like Thrak and Callista. They're kind of like on opposite ends of the camp at this point, and not like even looking at each other because they're both getting more annoyed with each other.
Thrax angry that somebody cast a spell on him and made him retreat from a battlefield the other day.
Oh, that's what that was all about.
And Callista, she's just racist. I think Thrax is angry at her because of that.
I mean, from his character, what he knows, yeah.
From my nat 1 earlier, that's from like from last game.
Yeah,
that's what I figured.
Yeah, basically I told you like, yeah, she's just racist. That's what it seems like to you, being a dwarf, you know.
Racist against Draconians, so. And I think Thrax pissed off about that. I don't understand the reason why, but
I should roll an insight for Twig. Oh, that's pretty good actually. It might be a bit more than that. I don't know their personal history a whole lot, but seems like Callista is bothered by something. Probably a traumatic event in her past. I don't know. I've actually never really talked to her that much. And
I give him a pat on the back, and I'm like, your new job when you're gardening with her is to talk to her.
Well, I already do, but she doesn't really reveal her past.
That's your job from now on. Slowly but surely figure it out.
Seems like you confused job and a favor as the same thing. My job is to deal with the garden and also create medicine for Patch.
Yeah, well, my character isn't that bright, so.
And he's explaining it to you.
Yeah.
To ask me to do that would be called doing you a favor, not a job. They're two different things. She's like explaining job and favor.
Alright.
But I will. Well, I don't like to pry, but I'll see if I can talk to her.
Alright. I give him a thumbs up.
It's like, well, that's for later, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And by the way, good food.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Actually, thank Callista. It's her farm.
Will do when she start. Has she gone back to her cave to brood again, or?
No, she's kind of just outside meditating, but you see her getting like, you can tell that she's just fidgeting and frustrated. She can't focus. She can't calm down. She's like trying to meditate, but she keeps getting pissed off about something.
Right, I'm gonna go over since she's not really focused, anyways.
Okay.
Go over to her.
Are you approaching casually or sneaky?
Just casually.
Okay. Yeah, you walk on over. She can hear you a mile away with those metal boots.
Yeah. The jingle jangle of armor.
Jingle jangle. What do you want, Briorg?
Just wanted to say thanks for the vegetables. It made good stew this morning.
She like pauses. You're welcome.
Not too bright, but if you ever want to talk to me or talk about anything, just let me know. And I'll just walk away.
As you
Because
say
she
that,
seems frustrated.
yeah, as you say that and about to turn to walk away, roll persuasion first.
Alright. Nope. Nope. Nope.
I'm pretty sure her modifier alone is multiple times higher than that. It is. I'll think about it.
Go to. With that roll earlier, did I finish making it that day? My distillery?
Yeah, you managed to. You had the materials here, like from the stuff that was gathered from the factory. You had the materials here at hand to make a still. You have one built though.
Alright, I need somebody's help to build me a shed to keep this cool, but it can't be in the cave.
Okay.
Because distilleries tend to have explosions even when they're perfectly made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stuff you're brewing is like way too volatile or anything that like can disrupt it. It could go off if it's unstable.
Yeah.
So
who's
Tyler? I think it was Tyler that was building you like your barrels and stuff. I think. Pretty sure it was Tyler.
Let me see the camp thing again.
Yeah, Steve has gone to train.
Yeah,
so he's not here.
It's under Grand Old Time.
Grand Old Base and
Grand Old Base. There it is.
Yeah. I believe
it was Steve.
You had Steve doing it?
What? Should have been Steve.
No. Yeah, it must have been Tyler then.
It was Tyler because he was the one. We have him in the bar right now.
Yeah.
Because he was making like your alcohol barrels. Also,
yes.
I got to adjust that because for Steve in training, Tyler's no longer in the bar. Actually, no, he is still in the bar. What am I doing?
We plan to have him do something else and just keep screaming the bar last time, right?
Yeah.
But I can't remember what he was gonna be doing.
He was making the barrels originally for your alcohol, and basically, like, while you were gone, he continues like processing the stuff. But it's very slow paced and tedious to like use your little flask, and you can only make bourbon specifically with the flask, so like that doesn't give you variety. If you want more raw, pure alcohol, and then do whatever you want afterwards, then you need a still first.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna find Tyler.
Yeah.
Where's he at right now?
He's currently in the bar.
Yeah.
They have like a makeshift like bar set up outside.
So I walk up to Tyler. Yo, Tyler.
He's looking directly at you. Yeah.
Come with me for a second.
It's like, oh boy, I don't get to stay in one place for very long. So yeah, puts down like what he was doing. So he's like setting up like some alcohol.
Yeah.
And he goes with you. What are we doing today?
I lead him secretively towards where I've got the distillery made.
Okay. So you go to your cordoned off room.
Yeah, I'm like peeking around, making sure nobody knows. I'm all secretive, even though it isn't a big deal. And I kind of push him in and close the door.
It's like, oh boy, I don't like where this is going.
I'm like, I have a tarp set over it so far. I'm like, I pull it off in one big reveal. Look at it proudly. Ta-da!
Roll performance. You make it kind of like flashier than it actually needs to be. And at first he's a little scared when you bring him into your room. He's like, oh god, I don't want this. I don't want this. And then you show this like big tarp thing. You reveal, ta-da! He's like, oh. He just has like the wide-eyed old face.
So, this is what I've been working on, but you can't tell anyone yet.
Okay, I don't agree with that first part, but yes to everything else that you're going to say.
I need. What? You don't agree with not telling anyone?
No, why would we hide this?
Because it's supposed to be a surprise. You can't tell anyone until I've got the first stuff made. So they can taste it as a surprise.
Roll persuasion on him. Oh my. Hold on, he has a +1. If he nat 20s, he's technically higher. Never mind. He's like, fine, but can't I just tell like the guys?
No. They can't know either, because they'll secretly do stuff with it while it's being made. They'll try and take sips.
Can I tell my wolf?
I mean, as long as you two are in private, yes. If the other wolves are around, you can't tell them.
Okay, because I'm bad at keeping secrets, so I usually just talk to my wolf about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess I could keep this a secret.
Yeah.
Hold
on, I got a spider near me. I gotta.
He tells his wolf to go get it.
Oh shit! It dropped down somewhere. Huh.
Well, anyway, while Justin's killing a spider, what's Thrak doing now that Callista's annoyed him even more? And now that he's done mating.
He's probably gonna be training Lobo.
Lobo? What specifically are you training him to do?
Whistle calling, so he's gotta come to me when I whistle.
Okay. Roll me a performance. Okay, well, let's see. I'll just type in dial off. That is okay. So you tried to do like a whistle call, and he seems very like confused. Not annoyed, but just like confused when you do whistle calls for him. He doesn't quite pick up on it yet.
Yeah. Well, I'll be using treats as incentive.
Okay. Roll me another performance check then.
Fair enough.
16. All right. Finally, puppy is smart enough. So you hold out a treat, like you're holding a treat in your hand. You whistle and then reveal the treat, and he sees the treat and comes while you're whistling. So you now know that noise means treat. So you've taught him to come for treats. For now, like he has to learn like other scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
But whistle, treat, he comes for that. There's a giant fucking monster wolf coming at you. Treat, 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 treat.
Yeah, I give him his treat. I'll give him his love and affection. Good boy. Good boy.
Roll an animal handling with advantage.
Achoo.
18. I'm pretty sure he loves that. He loves that. Oh, he is just the biggest fucking puppy dog right now.
Boo.
I am back.
All right.
Welcome.
Thrak is training Lobo to whistle command.
Yeah.
How did it work? Good?
Well, he made him come for treats.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
That sounded weird out of context, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did.
As Briorg, as you're coming out of the cave after showing Tyler, still, like Tyler's also coming out with you, and he seems like actually everyone roll a perception as Briorg and Tyler come out of the cave, out of Briorg's room specifically, and then comes outside, and Tyler just looks. He looks like he looks like something wrong with him. Tyler looks like he has something wrong with him. Hello?
I rolled.
I rolled a 12.
Yeah, I saw the roll. Everything cut out again, though. The voices.
Oh.
Discord, stop it. Anyway, so yeah, it looks like Tyler has something wrong with him as he comes out of Bjorg's room.
You're like, what did you do to him?
Nothing. I just walk out. And like, come with me, Tyler.
He goes with you.
Alright. We head outside. I'm like ushering him away from the other people. I'm like, I need you to build a shed, big enough space for that, and as well as room enough to work off to the side out here.
Okay. Do you want it inside the wall or outside the wall?
Inside the wall, but off to the side, not like near anything.
Oh, okay. Kind of like you see him looking around, seeing like an optimal spot for building a shed of that size. Well, yeah, well, we could probably expand over here. He's like just talking to himself about like construction plans. Yeah, we could like stretch out this wall and maybe curve it. Yeah, we could build a shed there by the wall of the cave. Yeah, no, yeah, I can make that work.
Right. Excellent.
He kind of just like, I will need to have Wolf just help me with it though.
That's fine. Just don't tell her what it's for.
Well, I don't think she'll understand anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
She leans at, don't tell her I said that.
I won't.
He just hears like a loud growling snore from inside the cave as he says that.
Does he look worried when he hears that?
Kind of just like jerks in fear a little bit. Like when something sudden happens, like a loud noise, right? He's like, yeah. So as the day goes on, you're all just like caring about your personal stuff, having downtime basically. Instead of like going out and traveling.
I'm gonna start gathering wood chips as supplies, smoked wood chips for my distillery.
Okay.
to make my alcohol.
Uh, that roll me.
First of all, I have to gather the right wood chips, so I'm gonna be asking around about different types of plants.
Okay. Basically, you'll want to talk to just Twig about that.
It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go up to Twig and ask him about different types of wood plants because I'm gonna be experimenting myself with different set things on the flavors. It's gonna be a while before I make my second thing, and I'm happy with it.
Okay. So you explain. You don't tell him why, but you explain that you want to build something using specific types of wood chips. I was like, well, I could probably gather and or make that for you to use for whatever thing you're planning that you seem to not want to reveal. So yeah, how much do you need specifically? Like rough
I
estimate.
just need samples of a bunch of different types for now.
Oh well, I can go gather some, and you take your pick of what one you like, and then see about having the boys gather large quantities.
All right.
But we'll do that at a later day. Everyone seems kind of looked around. Callista's still just like kind of just leaned up against the wall in the corner, just like she's not meditating anymore. Well, not failing to meditate anymore. She's just sitting out by herself, just like where you're sitting on the ground, like back's against the wall, and kind of like arms resting on your knees, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just sitting like that. She seems deep in thought about something.
Mm-hmm.
Ragnar even comes over to her, and you see her little ring begin to sparkle, and she begins speaking in Wolf with Ragnar. They seem to be talking about something. The other wolves actually come over and they start like sit down next to Callista, and she seems to be just roll an insight because she is speaking in Wolf. It looks like she's telling a story to all the wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frank, you can also roll a perception, see if you notice this, if you care to notice.
So, I'm thinking to myself. So she's not racist to wolves.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Perception?
Yeah. No, insight.
Oop, okay.
Um, you just see the wolves kind of like go over. Callista's talking to him. She seems to be going like in depth about something, but again, you don't actually speak wolf. But the wolves all seem to be like interested in everything that she's saying.
I walk up to Thrak. Do I see Thrak?
I'd imagine you're all outside.
Yeah. Yeah. So I walk up to Thrak and I say, so she doesn't seem to be a racist towards wolves, and it seems like she's telling some sort of story.
I'll be like, that's what I've been trying to get her to do all this whole time. At least she's doing it to somebody.
You
I
actually
have
see
no idea.
when you're watching like the wolves kind of just sitting there like interested, they have like that tilted, flopped over ear look on their face as you like telling them stuff. They seem interested, but like what's that like? Bark bark. One of them, Moses kind of just like goes over, puts his head on her lap, and just like gives her the puppy dog eyes as she's telling her story. And as she's saying it, you actually notice tears starting to come out of her eyes as she continues more dishearteningly speaking in wolf. And like the other wolves kind of just like go in and nuzzle their heads into her. So now she's Mama Wolf now. All the wolves love her. Or at the very least feel bad for her. Or whatever it is that she's saying. Does anyone wish to go over and ask what the fuck's going on?
That's where I can put two and two together.
Okay. Would
And if
anyone
she's
like?
willing to talk to wolves, so long as she's talking to somebody, Jack's happier. But he's still frustrated that she's not willing to grow with us.
I gotta check. What's the range on this? She sees you, kind of just like looking over, watching like all the wolves nuzzling, and she points a finger at you. And in your mind, you actually receive a. Let's see here. It sounds like her whispering in your mind, and she tells you, "I'm sorry about earlier. It's not something I like talking about out loud."
I'll look to her and I'll give her a nod and a smile to let her know that I understand.
When I saw that Dragonborn earlier, it just brought back a lot of bad memories. That's all.
I know.
As you like say that, even though she's speaking to you telepathically,
Mhm.
she just like raises an eyebrow when you say that. Oh, what do you know about my past?
That it's just as shitty as everybody else's.
You just like see her like kind of just like, yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. She's using a cantrip called Message, which is her rolled cantrip for the day. Yeah, it's a short range sending basically, except it's not limited. See, it's not limited by words. It's limited by range.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's see, but other than that, it works basically the same way as long as there's line of sight. Yeah, line of sight.
Thrak will kind of pound his chest towards her and be like, "We've got you."
Oh, it even goes through magical silence. Holy shit. Jeez, that's arguably better than sending.
Yep.
Well, I hear this thunder and lightning outside, so the storm's probably hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably. As the day goes on, I'll close that out. Over there. So as the day goes on, you all like kind of like what would be the term? Not do inventory, but you kind of just like assess your standing within the situation with the wasteland. You've managed to establish yourselves in the eastern edge of the wasteland near the river, with defeating Kevin, making allies with Doc Sinful's camp, and like having the area in between yourself and the Doc Sinful's place. You get yourselves kind of established, but further west, things get way too dangerous.
How long has it been?
This is still the same day. This is just later in the
Okay.
day. It's like sun's going down. Everyone's kind of like sitting around a big bonfire at this point. And
Gotcha.
when like an ember or like a stick begins to crackle in the fire, the dogs are like trying to like bite at the embers. One of them singes. Um, silly dog, you don't bite fire. As everyone's kind of like just sitting around the bonfire, Callista begins to speak up. So I should probably mention a few things since gonna be kind of just taking on this whole lawless zone after what we saw the other day out west. In case you haven't gathered, I'm not from Pandora. I'm from Eldrio, way far off to the southwest of the world. From a reclusive tribe of monks that lived in the wilderness near the mountains, but we kept to the forest for isolation. We trained in the art of the Dragon Fist, but My clan was wiped out by a murderous psychopath named Calypso. And the two of you can actually, everyone in the camp can roll a history check on that with advantage. 8 for Bjorg.
I don't think I know it.
You don't.
Oh,
Drac, when she says that, your eyes widen wider than. Oh, that first time you almost got like beat down by the wolf Chris when she almost two-shotted you. Right, your eyes are like wider than that after hearing that name. You know that Calypso is the most dangerous criminal wanted for genocide through cannibalism.
would me and my mercenary group try to hunt him down?
Your mercenary group.
Yeah, Drac was part of mercenary group beforehand.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
his background is a mercenary veteran, not a wanderer.
Oh. I thought that was just Bjorg.
No, bounty hunter.
Oh, bounty hunter.
Yeah, that's why Thrax's a bit more charismatic because he got social cues and learning
Gotcha.
from being a mercenary group.
You would have definitely known about Calypso from your mercenary group.
Mhm.
Yeah, her clan was wiped out by that guy who was like he's the one like criminal, one outlaw that you never go after, even with an army. Because you don't just die, you get eaten afterwards. As it mentions, I tracked him down and his followers to here, but I lost track when I came to the eastern region. I covered the west, couldn't find him, and now being here most of the east, so he's either north or south of the region. But those areas are the most dangerous and difficult to traverse. The mountain ranges are bigger. And getting there with the clan wars right now, with what we saw the other day, just getting through it would be an ordeal. We would have to. One of the major groups in the west would or maybe a few of them would have to be destroyed in order for us to safely travel between north and south. Well, for me anyway. I don't want to bring any of you guys to any of those places. Even if I find a location, I don't want you guys to go there. Because if we can't deal with him, if I can't deal with him, I don't. She kind of just like winces a little bit saying this. I don't want to lose you guys.
Nor I you, so when we do find the location, let's go when we're ready.
Well, that was my original plan, but if you're seeing what else is in the wasteland, that's... if the clans, if the bigger groups don't stop or get taken out, we're not going to be able to get through without running into their armies.
Then we just have to grow bigger.
Yeah, but there's only so much that we can gather from where we are with everyone else at war, unless we join one of them.
I see no reason why we can't join them. We just need to find the best candidate.
She's kind of like, from my experience of the West, there ain't too many good ones, if any.
Well,
All kind of your typical, just raid and destroy, steal, rape, that type of thing. The two that we saw the other day, the Greenboard tribe, I know them to just be typical orc clan, fight and destroy and take whatever you want. The Beastmen, I don't know who runs them, but what I learned of this place, they deal in slave trafficking. Slave trafficking. So anyone who isn't strong enough to stand up to them and their freaking army, well, is their source of income with, I don't even know who.
Tackle scratches his head. How odd. Beastmen being the slave traffickers.
I know. They only deal in humans, though, from what I hear.
I look to our
I
camp.
look down at me. I'm like,
Like,
I'm not a human.
75% of the actual people in this camp are human.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the humans like look to each other. We're not being bait. We're not playing get help.
I didn't plan on it.
You say that.
Briard did, not me. There's a difference.
I didn't say it.
Definitely
I
thought it.
looked down at my. All I said was I looked down at myself. I'm like, I'm not human.
No, if anything, I would probably try to destroy them for the things that they do. I wouldn't join them. Even if it's as a deception.
Hmm.
I couldn't bring myself to join people like that.
Mm.
And by the way, it looks to you, Briorg, I'm not
Mhm.
racist to Dragonborns. Calypso is a red scale Dragonborn, and so is his entire clan.
Mm.
It's just specifically them. Just
I'm gonna insight that just because my nat won before.
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I have to try and get rid of that nat one, otherwise he won't believe her. Basically,
Oh my god.
See how persuasive she was. Where's her persuasion? Ooh. You believe her. You know that she's not racist, but you also get the sense she probably hasn't met very many Dragonborns, so, you know, first one that she's seen that wasn't, you know, pure evil, obviously might have just triggered a traumatic memory, or, maybe just, you know, in this area, you know, oh, someone's trying to over-intimidate us, obviously, and oh, they're a Dragonborn, what are the odds? Like, you don't believe that she's particularly a racist, but like a bit too judgmental without knowing a person.
Mm-hmm.
Thrax's gonna let out a huge sigh, and he's gonna say, "I know those two groups aren't a good option, but what of that paladin we met?"
Well, if he wanted to kill us, he absolutely could have, but he forced us to just leave. So at the very least, they're diplomatic, I guess.
That's something we can work with.
Okay.
As frustrating as it was.
Well, he asked if we were scavengers or enemies. I think what he meant by that was, are we here to take from him and his people rather than, you know, the loot? And when you said that you wanted first dibs, maybe he also needed first dibs for his people. Same situation as us, but he wasn't going to be violent about it. So he probably would be our best bet, but after what happens, we probably would have to be a little more convincing if we wanted to, like, ally with them.
I look at Thrak. I look at Callista.
Yeah.
I look down at myself. I'm like, I think I'm out of that.
You're what?
I'm out of that
Out of that?
situation. I'm like, I got no words. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
When it comes to the situation of convincing somebody, leave me out of it, basically.
Yeah. Thrax will be like, well, he's definitely easy to work with, especially if he didn't attack us.
I look around the group and I'm like, I still think we should go around looking for smaller groups to take on. If not to attack, then we might convince them to join our group. We still need bigger numbers at the very least. If not, we can get stronger by taking on the smaller groups.
True.
If there are any.
But I just thought of something. So, the battle that we saw the other day, both sides were left with like fraction of what they started with. And after 2 days of fighting, they dwindled their numbers down a lot. What if, now this requires extremely good timing, but what if the ones that we know are bad, we wait until they've exhausted their resources, exhausted their numbers, and attack them while they're vulnerable with a smaller group of well, she points to, Ragnar, Briorg, and Thrak and herself, just the four of us.
Mm-hmm.
This way, they wouldn't have time or chance to retaliate against us, because we'd be hitting them when they're nigh defenseless.
Ambush the retreat.
Ambush them in their camp, even if their numbers are dwindled down enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've been warring like crazy. They must be blasting through their resources.
We can try and, while their battle's going on, we could also try and sneak into their camp and destroy their supplies on both ends.
Well, if they have supplies left, we should take
Be
that
better off
first,
just
robbing them, and then let the battle itself take care of them. Whoever runs out of resources first. I'd recommend probably taking on Green Boar. They're more central, I think.
I do have a plan that might get us an ally in the process. However, a temporary ally, or at least one until we figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
What we can do is attack the greenbacks and then bring the heads of
Green
the generals,
Dwarfs.
Oh yeah, I just said greenbacks.
Green Boar.
Greenbacks. Yeah, those guys.
Green pig.
Anyways, yeah. The ones with the greenbacks.
Okay.
Anyways,
they do have green backs, yes, but they're
saying.
green boars.
Anyway,
Maybe you listen, guys. You don't realize that Thrak's really racist to orcs here, okay?
So maybe going after him would be their first best bet.
Yeah.
Calista is also recommending it just because they're more central, so getting them out of the way kind of opens up like the center pathway.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to avoid like the north and the south.
Yeah.
It's just finding their base. You only saw the direction they came from, not their exact base, but Green Boar, from what Callista knows, is probably more central.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So getting them out of the way opens up the central region.
Yeah. I'll mention this. I'll say Thrak doesn't agree with slavery, but having an ally, especially one as big as the Beastmen, would be a good idea. We don't have to associate with them, but we can deal with them in the future when we feel a need to. But for now, we need allies, even if it's temporary. So, with that said, I'd like to propose we take on the Green Boars, and then after that, we offer the heads of the generals to the Beastmen so we can form a temporary alliance.
That sounds like a working plan.
Mm-hmm.
And if we ever meet that paladin, we can wish for a parlay or even an alliance with him as well.
He alone seemed like he... I'm scared to what would happen if we actually fought him. I don't think we'd be having this conversation.
I have a suggestion too when we're making our retreat from stealing all our supplies. If we go that route, we'll take what's his name? Lobo and the cart, obviously, but we need plants like pine trees or something like that tied up to the back of it, so they'll lose our tracks when shuffling around in the sand, because this place is all desert, or is it hard rock?
It's mostly desert, mostly sand and desert. There are rocky
All right.
areas, there are hills, and then like the bigger areas there are like mountain ranges.
Yeah. When we go there and we're trying to cover our tracks, keeping the drag behind us, even when we're walking,
Mhm.
we'll cover up our tracks as we go along.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Let's not bring them back to our home.
So they won't know who stole their shit. We can even try and make it seem like it was the another group that hit them from behind
Yeah,
to
if
enrage them.
Yeah.
while the wagon, whoever's leading the wagon, goes back to camp, some of us could take like a deception trail, kind of leaving footprints leading up north, and then cut off somewhere, and then hide our side tracks so they don't like re-loop back around to our
Yeah.
hidden tracks.
That's a good plan. I like it.
Although I don't like the idea of splitting up, but if we take one out, we should have at least that area secured.
Mm-hmm.
Thrack will raise his hand and I say, I can be the distraction. I'm fast and I'm stealthy.
I look down at myself. I'm like,
I might
I
be a
could-
bit faster.
I don't
Is
think
she?
it's about being fast. I mean, if I use my mirror image, I can make tracks in the
Oh, that works.
But you can't be more than 30 feet away from it.
I know, like I can set it up to make it look like it's multiple people, and then start using my track removal thing, the grass weeds kind of thing in the grass to remove my tracks, but leave the next one going forward while I scutter off to the side and have it disappear randomly.
You could do that.
Make it look like
wild goose chase.
we disappeared in space. Yeah.
That could work. All right. I think we got a plan. I'd say it's been 3 days since we watched that battle. They must have had another battle probably, so they're probably getting very worn out. I'd say if we want to attack them, if we want to hit, we should hit soon. I'd say tomorrow. If everyone's
Then
good with
tomorrow.
that.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow we go to war.
Aha!
Well, more like guerrilla tactics, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is
I'm gonna-
war. What are you talking about?
I know, but specifically guerrilla warfare, not just straight up, oh, army marching into each other and fighting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause recording. I have to use washroom,
Okay.
Alright.
and we're back. Rawr. All right. So after discussing plans, which is like, I don't think in any of the campaigns I've ever had you run, or ever run for you, have you sat down with the party and discuss plans and tactics with each other? Everyone's like, oh yeah, let's just go do the next thing with no discussion. Or
While we're going, I want to bring my traps in case we need to grab it. Lay a trap on when we leave.
Yeah, you bring your 3 hunting traps.
Mm-hmm. Add those back to my inventory. I just put them as 0. I'm just adding them to 3 again.
Yeah. All right. So the next day comes. You all wake up a little earlier to get. Well, it's still several days out to where you saw the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that from where you saw the battlefield, Green Boar came from a little bit off to like the southwestish a little bit. Didn't see where the camp was, but also getting near that area is hills. as you go more
Mhm.
central. So from the battlefield going south is where you would have to go.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
While we're scouting out the place, I kind of want to go this way and then heads down, so we are looking like our tracks originally come from that way.
So the battlefield
So,
that you saw was like around like this area.
okay. I mean, well, we'll avoid that.
Hmm.
Like, we can go around,
Yeah.
but we can start from this point on, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll start hiding our tracks up into this direction.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're heading to this general direction, we won't hide our track.
Okay.
So it makes it look like we came from the north-ish.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to discuss.
Mm-hmm. Everyone
Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Calista doesn't seem to have any issues.
Right.
All right,
What
so
about Ragnar?
Ragnar seems to agree with a well thought out plan. Right. So now that you figured out who you're going to go after and made a actual plan that pretty well, actually well thought out, you start heading on towards well, first towards the location of the battlefield, so you can follow tracks because you need to follow tracks to figure out their location. So after what, it's about 3 days to the battlefield. So roll survival, see if you could hunt and forage.
At you.
Brack, you managed to find enough for the party. Yeah. Right. With this new plan, it's like, okay, we can do this. You
You're super pumped.
yeah, you're super pumped. You've been working out. You're like, yeah, let's go. Give me the juice. Start making gorilla noises. Starts beating your chest while you're walking.
Briorg kind of just slightly back steps and walks away, kind of distances himself from Thrak.
I'm like, you're fucking up the tracks. Get back here.
All right. So, yeah, you don't need to use any rations, so that's good.
Nice.
So you pass the factory since it was technically like on along the way. Um, do, do, do. After so you reach the battlefield and doesn't look like it looks like there was another battle here, but also it has been pretty well picked clean. But there's like lots of like it's still very corpsey. No one wanted the corpses, but the stuff on the corpses. So there's lots of naked corpses everywhere. It's just there's so much orc dick and ass cheeks everywhere you look. You can't go like fucking 10 feet without seeing orc dick in your face.
Do I have any torches with me?
I'd imagine you do. Oh yeah, I got
Yes, I do. Alright,
next day I gotta re-roll Callista's spells.
I'm gonna put cover my mouth with something.
Okay.
Like make a bandana covering my mouth. I'm gonna take a torch to the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop him.
What?
I'm gonna stop and be like, if we're trying to ambush one of them, we don't want to have a fresh fire here to give them an attention to something to look at.
Yeah, smoke. The smoke from the fire could be seen from a distance.
Let alone the smell.
Yeah. And since people
Alright.
know, I'd imagine most of the people in the region, well, surrounding area, know that large battles have been happening here. If they see that, they're going to think it's either another battle or maybe a reason, maybe a signal to come aid. You'd be drawing in any reserves that they might have to go towards a battle. So
I was thinking along the lines of making a smoke screen so that everyone would be drawn to it while we make our
but
way towards a base.
what if they come towards it while we're leaving it and we run into them?
Yeah.
You'd be drawing it directly to us, destroying our plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, no big things to give away. None of that. We're trying to be sneaky. Stay hidden, stay unseen.
If anything, blend in.
Yeah.
I look at the boys and like, I think I saw a bugbear with the beastman every now and again.
Roll me a history.
Achoo. Wait, that's advantage. Achoo.
10. I mean, you've seen and probably have done so yourself, like beast type people in the past.
Mhm.
So, a bugbear, an orc, a beast man, an orc, you know, who's to say that I don't know, maybe you could peel the skin off an orc and wear it as a skin suit and blend in.
Oh god, no, I'm good.
I mean, they're dead, so who cares?
I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, no, you've probably seen a beastman and a bugbear, or a bugbear and an orc, or an orc and a beastman together. Any combination. Yeah, from what you like as you're walking around the corpses, it's like so many corpses. Yeah, they're naked pretty much. Like whatever they had, even their clothes, taken, all of it taken.
Mhm.
So either lots of scavengers or that group that had the paladin has been just making non-stop grocery shop trips here. Anyway, as you continue onwards, so after traveling a little bit past the battlefield, you come up to a dried out old trench that looked like it had a river, but there's no water in it. It's just pure sand and decay. But
All right.
roll me a perception check.
Seems like a good ambush spot. With my +5, I really don't be getting much be getting very high rolls.
Thrak, you don't notice this, but Briorg and Callista, you kind of stop at the same time. And on the other side of the trench, they haven't noticed you yet, but you do see a few orcs on the other side of the river, or on the other side of the trench, and they look confused. Like they're pointing at like the trench and how deep it is, and they're like trying to like gesture like with their hands as they speak in Orcish, how to like get across. Like he's gesturing like down there, running across, using his fingers, motioning, running across. Like they're trying to figure out how to get across. It's how wide did I say this was in the thing? Is it? Good. Let's see. It's a man. It is about 25 to 30 feet across in like the shorter areas. So like it's a bit of ways over, and downwards it's probably close to 15 to 20 feet, somewhere around there. So it's a bit of a drop and it's a wider gap. And these orcs seem like they're discussing amongst themselves how to even get across it. Okay,
How many of them are there?
you can see 3 of them there. They're just like they're almost like 3 stooges. The 3 stooges trying to discuss amongst themselves how to get across. One of them keeps like bapping the other over the head. Does anyone speak Orcish, by the way? I don't think anyone does.
No, I speak Goblin.
What does
No.
Callista speak? She does. Oh my gosh, she speaks that many languages, and none of them's Orc. Jesus, just 5 languages. Christ. Yeah, Callista has no idea what the fuck they're saying. But
Do we look down to Ragnar?
Ragnar doesn't know what he understands common, not Orcish.
Alright, can we insight them?
You can try with advantage, or sorry, with disadvantage. For Christ. So 17 for Bjork.
Oh my goodness. I
Rack
don't
it
think I'm
if you
gonna...
want to.
Thrak's gonna... What? No, not that. Thrak's actually gonna go stealth mode and try and hide from them.
Okay.
Dad damn it. There we go.
He's gonna start clicking on things. I gotta roll for them. What is... God, these guys are dumb.
I'll just hide behind Thrak
Your
because he's
roll
big.
Briorg, since you're trying to stealth.
Well, Thrak's probably gonna dive into the bodies.
You're past the battlefield at this point.
Oh, okay, so what's...
You come up to a train. You could lay down flat, hide in the sand a bit. There are like the sand's not evenly flat. There's areas you almost like a small sand dune that you could easily just hide behind. If you lay down flat.
Yeah, that's more.
Are they on the opposite end of the trench?
Yeah, they're on the opposite end. So even if they did see you, which, by the way, Briorg, they see you, they can't actually get over to you. So yeah. Hold on, I'm just gonna go here.
So they don't see Thrak, the giant, but they see me, the dwarf. Okay.
Oh, right. Well, it's more so much that they heard you and then they saw you.
I know.
Right? Because your armor. Yeah, they got a 10 on their perception, so just enough to see Briorg. Because he has a 9 because of disadvantage. Thrak, yeah, you just hide. You just jump into a sand dune like you're swimming. Like Scrooge McDuck when he dives into his gold, but it's sand, which is a little more reasonable than piles of fucking gold coins like an idiot.
It breaks his neck.
Yeah, breaks every part of his fucking body. Ragnar also manages to hide really well. I have to roll for Callista. Oh yeah. Not where Thrak and Briorg, or Thrak and Ragnar, Christ, are hiding, but she manages to like hide off, like off to the side down south from you. And yeah, can they speak common? Oh, they can. So in very broken common, who dat? Small man axe.
They're small dwarf with axe, yes. I correct them.
Let's see if they are intelligent enough to... Dwarf, short man with axe.
Dwarf, yes.
Short man.
Not
yes.
short man, dwarf.
But he like sizes you up. You are shorter than man, so short man with axe.
Dwarf, yes, with axe. I'm just gonna keep pointing out dwarf.
So, are you gonna just keep doing that, or are you gonna try to do or say something? They're speaking, and you can speak to them.
Yeah. Where are you guys from?
they look to each other. The desert.
Everyone's from the desert. Whereabouts in the desert?
Sandy places.
Which directions?
Kind of like looks. Actually, I gotta roll for him. See these. He looks around. He's like actually trying to get like a sense of direction. He does that thing where like he licks his finger, tries to get a sense of like where the wind's coming from. He points back towards where you came from. That way. No, wait. That way. Or that way. We don't know.
Are you lost?
No.
Insight that.
Okay. You believe him. Oddly enough, you completely believe him. with his fucking 19 no modifier.
Are you with another group?
Well, he actually turns and like points at the large creatures behind him that are kind of just like just standing there. These large how would I describe these creatures? Where is creatures?
I didn't even realize there were other creatures because I just saw the 3 goblins or the 3 orcs earlier.
They're almost like buffalo, essentially.
Okay.
Like these huge buffalo, bigger than your dire wolf.
Anyway.
Yeah. There is Auroch, but not orc, but with orc.
I'm trying to understand him.
Roll an insight.
Alright.
From what you can understand, when you said group, he must have thought you meant like other orcs, like the other 2 orcs that are standing next to him.
Alright.
Because the aurochs are beasts, which is in his understanding, not orc, so different group.
Alright.
That's what you can gather from him. He's also
Are you the leader?
Yes.
Do you have a name?
Green. Green Boar. War Chief Green. He like puts his fists on his hips and puffs his chest out. War Chief Green Boar.
I'm gonna insight.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with his nat 20 no modifier, you technically beat him.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, he got a nat 20. He said the name of his leader, but he is clearly not the leader. He does not look like he can lead.
Sorry, I was just drinking there.
Briork just started drinking from his flask while this guy's puffing his chest out.
Alright. What were you doing here? War Chief Green Boar. I'm gonna be serious when I say this. I'm gonna pretend that I don't know.
Diplo. He's like stuck trying to say the word in common. Diplomas mission.
Shit.
Diplomacy.
Where are you trying to do diplomacy at?
That word.
I already have a plan going in my mind right now.
My God, Justin has a plan.
Basically, this is out of character. I'm gonna try and meet up with these guys and take them out so that their diplomacy mission fails, even though they're idiots and they'll probably fail. the mission either way.
Diplomacy mission to other groups to increase our numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We have. He's like counting on his hands, on his fingers. More than, like, he shows his 10 fingers. More than this, but not very many more. So we need many more than this. Not a little bit more. Many more.
Okay.
What are you doing out here?
We're here for the same mission. Why don't you come over here so we can talk about it? Do diplomacy.
He kind of like leans over the edge of the trench of the river. He's like, we stuck. We've been trying to get across, but we can't figure out how.
Alright. I'm gonna look for a rock. A big heavy rock on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And take out my rope.
Okay, so from what you roll perception first.
Perception?
Yep. Ooh. So you're looking around, and there's no rocks on either side of the trench. All the rocks, big, small, any size, are all at the bottom of the trench. But you notice from their side that there are like trail marks leading from their side off into the trench, like something was pushed over into the trench.
Okay. Like a large rock or something?
Yes, in fact, the trails from whatever was being pushed are directly in line with whatever rocks are down there.
I'll point out the trail to them.
He like looks at where you're pointing. He's like, yes, someone pushed rock into river, and now we can't climb over. He actually pulls out his rope. Yeah, like he pulls out his rope. He's like, we have rope, but nothing to anchor it, and we can't get rock out of trench because of height.
How big is the rock?
The rocks are big enough to hide behind.
As in ambush? Right behind?
You don't know if there's an ambush. But you do know those rocks are big enough for like Thrak to hide behind.
Alright. Is there anything big on my side?
There's nothing on your side. But on your side, there's no trails of rocks being pushed over.
Alright. I'm trying to figure out how they can climb down and have them climb over, basically. Can I survival check to look for something to hook onto?
That'd be a perception check to see if you notice anything in the area.
Alright. Yeah.
They're not on your side and not within like visible distance.
Yeah. Oh, crap. How can I get them over here?
More question is, how can you get yourselves over to them? Because you're going in that direction.
Yes, but I want to lure them over here first. so we can attack them basically. How? So there's nothing on our side that we can use to
Nothing
climb down, basically.
Nothing on either side.
And that trench is pretty big, right?
Yeah. Especially for you, like if you went down there, unless you have something to anchor that rope on, you're gonna have trouble getting out.
Hmm.
Because you don't have a climbing kit, and it's steep. Like the walls are like fairly straight, so it's not sloped. If it was sloped, you could probably carefully crawl your way out, but these aren't.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, I'm lost as to what to do.
Thrak's not really willing to give his position away.
I know. I'm not gonna implicate them, so. I've got an idea. Toss one and I snap my fingers and one of my a clone pot appears next to me.
Okay.
I'm like, toss your rope over here. And we'll have him anchor and crawl one of you over at a time. I'm saying this
You're saying this to them to
yeah.
throw their rope over?
Yeah. And we'll have one of you at a time come over.
Okay. So yeah, they toss their rope over, and you're gonna have your clone basically take it.
Yeah. I'll assist my clone with its strength check. Or athletics check.
You wouldn't be able to do that because its role is your role anyway.
Okay. Never mind then. Yeah.
Hold on. Where's the... Alright, so you have him, have your rope thrown over. And you do have to just do an athletics check.
Yeah. Tell them to tie their end to their animal things.
Okay. So, going to do that. Okay.
Right. And athletics check?
Yep.
Alright.
16. I'm just gonna roll with the big beastie. Oh yeah, and she's a brute force creature. So between your clone and one of their aurochs, that you have a rope bridge. Oh well, a rope line that you can shimmy your way across.
Mm-hmm. Then I'll have them come over one at a time.
How about you come over here?
But aren't you supposed to be coming over here?
Were you not going this way anyway?
I'm looking for other groups, not necessarily yours.
Yes, but you are coming towards Trench, and there are only one of you. It would be faster for you to simply come over here than the three of us come over there.
Yes, but aren't you looking for other groups too?
We are.
Eventually you're going to come over here too.
Yeah, but we're saying it would just be faster for you to come over here first and then us go afterwards, because there's more of us.
Ah, I know how to trick them. I can't move too far away from this or it'll disappear.
Mm-hmm.
If I go over there, it'll be too far away and disappear, and then I'll just drop into the trench.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm telling them.
You would be able. Oh, yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, essentially, you'd be able to just get across with how the rope is,
Yeah.
or without the distances.
I'm explaining to them I can't get too far away from them. I'm not lying. I'm just explaining it. Because what I'm saying is true. I can't get too far away. I'm just saying that if I get too far away, then it'll disappear. So I can't cross over.
Okay. Roll a persuasion. 10. 10. Damn. I was like, well, I guess all 6 of us could go over. He kind of like realizes what he said and kind of like wide eyes when he says 6. You don't see 6. You don't see 6 of them.
I'm gonna play nonchalant. Everyone in my group heard that, so I'm gonna assume they heard it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah.
Thrax's gonna ready an action as soon as he sees an opening for the attack, and he sees that we're attacking. He's going to attack.
Okay. Thrak, you are a distance away with where you're hiding. You wouldn't be able to melee attack, but you'd be able to like throw something.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing my that mimic axe.
Okay. Okay. So they say one of the ones that's been talking to you mostly. He looks to the others. Okay. They begin speaking in orc again. So one of them actually begins crossing over, and roll perception as he's crossing over. 12. Let's see. Nope. So as he's crossing, you actually notice him like as he's crossing, he kind of like slows down. He looks down, looks back towards where he's going quickly, and the way he looked down, it wasn't like, oh, it's high up. It's looking down like he's watching for something.
Looking
And-
for his other people because he said 6.
You're not entirely sure, but you can only assume that because these guys haven't been the most convincing.
Yeah.
So one of them manages to get across, right? And then another one begins to cross as well. He doesn't look down as he's crossing. Okay. And then the last one begins to cross as well.
You gonna call your friends over too?
He looks back over at the Aurochs. I don't think rope can carry Auroch.
You had 3 others down there too. I saw your friend looking down.
Roll me one last perception check. Actually, everyone.
I'm trying to look non-threatening here, so you said diplomacy. I'm trying to convince them.
Too ready. Thrax's just ready to attack at this point.
You're super ready, but some wind blow by and gets in your eyes. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sand get in your eyes, right? Just gonna roll here, and Briorg, you see it coming a mile away. He tries to draw his great axe, and he's about to attack you, but he's a little slow on the draw. And you got an opportunity attack if you want.
Oh, sweet. How is he still close to my incarnation too?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna do an opportunity attack and use my incarnation to attack twice.
Okay. So roll to hit.
Alright.
17. Yeah, that definitely hits. Okay, 9. Okay, he did not see, like, he got slashed in the back. He had no idea what the hell just happened.
Alright.
Right? He got slashed in the back. He's like, what the? And do your second attack with it. 14. That still hits.
Aha!
And you kill him dead. And everyone roll initiative. Gotta find the map here.
Also gotta find my character to roll initiative. Oh, there's my character.
Yeah, the hell am I?
Oh, I should reveal slightly more here. You and Ragnar are like up there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right. So.
Where's Callista?
Oh,
Oh,
if you
she's
look-
there?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
hiding down there. Eh.
Right.
Eh. Wrong thing there. And that one's dead, so. Okay, and Clasta. And Ragnar. There we go. Okay, and just get me some. That there, and turn order. Music. Battle music. Normal. Oops. Okay. Callista's turn first. Just got so many sheets here. Trying to get them out of my way. Okay. Callista sees that combat has started, and what is her movement? 40. All right.
40?
Yep. And she's gonna get right to that guy. What is her current spell? Okay. Yep. She is going to spear him. That hits. And unarmed strike. Let's see. That hits. Put my keyboard here. She just runs up out of nowhere, comes in with a spear, and I'm gonna flurry of blows. Oh, that missed as well. Never mind. She tries to give him a kick, but they're a little bit ready after seeing their ally die.
Ah.
Okay. And Thrak's turn.
Thrak will go into rage as a bonus action. And is he still in stealth?
I'd imagine so.
Okay. Then I'll go right up to him. And I will... Well, first of all, I'll use my claws.
Okay.
And I'll-
multi-attack.
Yeah, I'll do that. Where am I? I was there. What's the distance?
Yeah, you go.
25? Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go scoot over here. And then, yeah, attack twice with the claws.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Did she have a +2 to her attack because she's flanking with my thing?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
8. Plus
Alright.
2.
So you almost take this guy's head off. Almost.
Okay. And then extra attack. Oh, gross.
Unfortunately, he saw that coming and kind of like moved out of the way. You almost end up hitting, because of your reach, you almost end up hitting Bjorg's Echo.
Oops.
My Echo just
wide-eyed. No.
No, its head turns like a robot and gives you this deadpan glare.
Thrax in rage, and he doesn't notice, and he roars at the guy he just about took the head off of.
Mhm. Okay, and that's your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright. Ragnar.
Oh, hey, was that a surprise? Technically?
Yes, roll your extra damage. 7? Yeah, you took his head off.
Okay, cool.
Technically, you would still have a second attack then.
Well, not really, because it's already been rolled.
Yeah, no, the surprise attack is if you surprise a
Racial
creature
feat.
and hit with an attack on your first turn in combat, the attack deals an extra 2d6 damage to it. You can use this trace once per combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a passive thing.
Yeah.
It's a racial thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, after his first attack, with the surprise attack, it would deal that damage. He would still have... Oh, he can't attack because he wouldn't have enough movement, so...
Yeah, he wouldn't have reached another creature anyway. No, because you have reach.
I do.
Yeah.
But that nat 1 anyway wouldn't have hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would not hit anyways.
Yeah, because that would still be the second attack regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, alright, so Ragnar is going to run up to here, and he is going to try to take this guy down. That... Yep. Takes him straight down, but as that last one goes down, and it becomes this guy's turn. One of the orcs from the trench throws a javelin upwards at Callista. Javelin. That definitely does not hit. And then another orky boy pops up and tries to throw a javelin at Thrak. That definitely doesn't hit. Wait, what's your AC for the Thrak?
17.
Oh yeah, that definitely doesn't hit. And Bjork, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna move myself up here to where my thing is.
Okay.
And have this guy jump down if he survives.
Have it roll an acrobatics to land.
Alright.
Unfortunately, it hits the ground and takes 5 points of damage, which kills it instantly.
Alright, keep that token there, because I'm just going to summon another one.
Okay.
Right down there, because it can be... Yeah.
Yeah, because you can infinitely summon him.
Yeah.
Does it take a type of action to summon it?
Give me a second to reread that. I think, if anything, it'll just be a bonus action.
Yeah.
The Manifest Echo. It doesn't say. You can check for yourself. As a bonus action, never mind.
Yeah, you can. It's the first sentence.
Yeah, I missed that the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, so, well, I mean, you still have your bonus action, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, bonus action, summon him.
Yeah.
The drop is 15 feet. I will say that.
Oh yeah. I'm not going down there myself.
Yeah, so he can only move 15 feet from where he is to be 30 feet away.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, because angles. Okay, a little bit more than that.
All right. Yeah. There.
Yeah, you can reach there. And you can attack.
All right. I love this character.
Nice.
Give me a second. Yeah.
10, unfortunately, does not hit.
All right. That's fine.
And that your turn, or...
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, as that's going on, this guy here comes out from hiding. As he sees us, like, oh, the dwarf is here. He tries to go over here and attack. And this guy only has a long sword. The guy who had a great axe was the blue one that died first. That does not hit, even with flanking.
Haha.
Alright, Callista's turn. She is going to... Actually, just going to jump down there. Let's see here. Does she have slow ball? She does not, so she will have to do an acrobatics. Oh, she's going to... She's like 15 feet to drop down. Acrobatics, you're good at that, right? Oh yeah. She as she basically starts doing a run, and she runs down the wall. She kind of does like a kick off and then land down on the sand.
Nice.
Instead of just doing the full ash drop, she just kind of uses the edge of the wall to go down a bit with her jump. And yeah, lands on her feet. She does a bit of her movement. Actually, has a lot of movement. Well, use 15 feet, so she can actually go right up to that boy.
Oh my.
Because she is a monk with 40 feet of movement. Because monks.
No, I get that, but what about that opportunity attack?
What opportunity attack?
She landed here, and there's an orc right there.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah.
For some reason, I can't even see him on my DM screen.
Really? Oh, weird.
Like, it wasn't showing up. Or, well, it was there, just my brain wasn't registering it. That still doesn't hit her.
Guys aren't the strongest.
Well, also, the
Maybe they
party
have high damage.
Well, they do. If it hit, it would have done 10, so...
Whew.
But you all have a high AC. Like, all of you do. Yeah, she's gonna give him the spear. And that, I'm pretty sure, misses. Yeah, that misses.
She has a very hard time hitting anything.
I know. She has a +1 spear now because of the Mimic Cave. And she still can barely hit for shit. She's gonna try to kick him in the... Okay, she kicks him in the dick. She's gonna try another dick kick. Yes. So that is 11 points in total. Yeah, so she tries to run up to this guy, give him the spear, and misses, and then she just kicks him twice in the dick, like John Wick. When he does the dick kick, and then he shoots the person. Except when he's shooting them. And Thrak, it's your turn.
Alright. Thrak's gonna just try and superhero land on top of this guy.
Okay, roll me acrobatics first for landing.
Okay. Chew.
Oh boy. Hold on. Let's see, 15. So this. You're enraged, so you still take half.
Yeah.
You take 5, cut in half to 2.
Okay. So 20.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I was.
He kind of just belly flops and lands in the sand.
No, you do the superhero landing, but it's really hard on the knees.
Oh, I'm landing on him though.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my claw attack on him. So like.
Okay. Yeah, you can still do the attack on him with advantage. I'll give that one an advantage.
Okay.
You just hurt yourself while doing
Yeah,
it.
like
Yeah, pretty much.
you're gonna take some of that damage. So 20 with the advantage. That definitely hits.
Okay. That plus
6,
2, and then extra.
8. It would be 14 afterwards, I believe.
Well, I was gonna just put both my hands into his like chest and like pull it apart. Or I guess his back, technically.
Yeah. Well, you landed on top of him, so like you kind of
Yeah.
like you landed on him, but he didn't fall. These are orcs, they're pretty big guys. So you are technically on him, like that, kind of, even though the tokens aren't lining up properly. So you're on him, you're on his space with him, and yeah, the first one went in, but you kind of slipped because of your bad acrobatics, I would say. Actually, no. Hold on. No, your second one does hit. Never mind. There you
Plus
go.
2.
And yeah, he's super dead. Yeah,
Cool.
I was looking at that wrong. So yeah, you come down with both claws and you just fucking shear the meat right down on him.
Well, so I was planning to jump on him, dig my claws into his body, and just kind of tear apart.
I would say with the amount of extra damage you did, yes, you definitely tore him in half. Any equipment that he had on him probably got destroyed or heavily damaged from that, though.
That's okay. Thrax in beast mode right now.
He's in murder. Murder.
Just to make sure.
I'll pop you back there. Well, actually, no. You're on this space. There.
Yeah.
The rope is still attached to him, but it's not attached to anything else. It's still lying in there because my guy jumped down earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Or actually, you do have a bit of movement left, Thrak, if you wanted to move.
I do. How much movement do I have?
It's a 5th. You were what? There or there? No, you're there.
Yeah, I was here. Yeah.
Yeah, 15 feet
Oops.
drop. So like, yeah, you got a bit. You got some area.
There.
There you go. Lined up for murder. Right now, Ragnar's turn, and he's gonna do the dog pile. Hold on. Ooh, there you go. Ragnar, like a champion, he runs, jumps off, and lands like he kind of like uses the momentum of his fall to like jump and hit him with a bite, and then kind of like jump off him and land onto the rock. He got really good acrobatics.
Huzzah!
He is definitely. Oh my god! You see him. So when he runs and jumps, right? He rips this guy's head clean off his body and lands on the rock. Yeah, and he has an orc head in his mouth. And that is his turn. And you have one orc left over, and he's hold on, actually roll for him. Ooh, I'm gonna have Ragnar. Oh, he just ripped the head right off. It's like, our boss is scarier than that, and he's going to attack Ballista. I had Ragnar try to do Intimidate since he just one shot ripped the guy's head off. And does that... That doesn't hit Ballista. No. So he tries to swing the sword, but misses horribly and hits the rock next to him. Doesn't break his sword or anything, but Callista's fine.
Alright. Just measuring stuff here.
At some point, you're gonna have to get down that hole.
Not necessarily. I got an idea. I
think it's at the end of your turn if you're more than 30 feet away, then it disappears.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go here myself.
Okay.
And go there with this guy.
Doesn't he share your movement though?
Yeah, 30. No. He has his own movement.
Does he?
Yeah. That's the cool thing about this cat.
On your turn, oh yeah. Yeah, because your movement's only 25. His is 30, and yeah, no action required to make him move. Oh yeah, so I didn't know if he used your movement because he uses all your other stuff.
Yeah. Now, is my attacks only with melee based of him?
He has a copy of whatever weapons you have, I'd imagine.
Alright. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Jesus Christ. So, let's see. Yeah, and you chop his head off.
Goddamn.
Alright. So, besides the falling damage, you guys didn't even get fucking hit.
Yay!
Callista's like, I think we might be over-prepared for this. These guys sucked. They even led a trap for us, and they sucked.
Well, I kind of convinced
Just be overprepared
them
than underprepared.
I kind of convinced them to give up half their trap.
Yeah, but even still, they had more numbers than us, and we just annihilated them with no effort.
Yeah. Thrak.
Yeah, sorry. I had a message from the electrician. What was that?
Take the rope and climb up on the other edge. See if
Okay.
there's a way. Climb up on that thing. Are those things docile or?
They seem to be pretty docile, actually.
All right, cool.
I'm thinking if we can, we'll take them with us to the camp when we go over, but we'll take them back with us so that we have these beasts of burden with us at the camp.
So I will explain this. You took the wagon and Lobo, I'd imagine, with you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's just, like, off-screen. How are you going to get that across?
Well, my question is, how the hell are we going to get them across afterwards, too? So.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the only way?
The river goes on for farther than what you can see on both directions. So.
But the big armies should have a way across. Like, groups of them wouldn't go all the way down. So I'm looking for that, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for that, you're gonna have to do me an investigation check. Since the rivers on both sides, or both directions, north and south, are farther than either of you can see, if you split up, you can cut the time down. But if you all went in like one direction to find whatever's there, and the rest of you went another direction, or the rest of you came back and went into the opposite direction, it would take you forever going up and down.
Mm-hmm.
But if you split,
Exactly.
you could like cover more ground.
Alright. I'll take Ragnar.
I guess me and Callista.
Actually, Callista and Ragnar should go together because she can speak with them.
Hmm.
Me and Thrak will go together.
I mean, Ragnar can speak to you guys with stick drawings.
Yeah. Alright. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
How should we divide? And we should loot these bodies first.
If anything, we should have somebody stay here. And then have me and maybe Lobo. I can ride him south, and then Callista and Ragnar can go north, maybe?
And I'll keep an eye on these things.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
We'll loot the bodies first.
Alright.
Sure.
So you got 3 right next to you. Well, actually, everyone just do investigation to try to find whatever's on them.
Not you.
So well, mostly you, Threk. You completely ripped a guy in half, so like his equipment and stuff got damaged, especially his armor. That got ripped in half, so you couldn't really find anything undamaged on him. He has ripped in half hide armor. He had a long sword. His long sword is all right.
Ah,
So you do have a long sword at least. Other than that, you kind of crushed the javelins because they're just like plain wooden javelins that he had. They got crushed.
if anything, I'll
Um,
put whatever. I'll put whatever we find on the cart.
yeah, put on the cart. Um, Briorg, yeah, you get the great axe from the first guy that he was about to draw, and then you slashed him in the back twice. Your incarnation,
Mm-hmm.
and so you kind of just drop that on the ground. So you have a
Right.
great axe, but everything else, the other two kind of got completely annihilated.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have a great axe.
Yeah.
And I'll see if Callista can find anything on that body. Investigation. What did they have on them? I don't think they had anything special. Uh, no, they didn't have
Oh,
anything
nice.
special. Um, yeah, she like looks at it, she's like, well, I'll just put it on the wagon. Since she just killed hers by kicking it in the dick, and then you chopped its head off, the rest of the equipment were actually fine. So she manages to get like a full set of equipment. She got a 19 on her roll.
Nice.
Yeah, she grabs the longsword that he had, a bunch of javelins. Like she tosses the hide armor up to just go onto the wagon because she doesn't care about it.
Yeah,
Weapon.
I'll put it on the wagon.
Yeah, she just throws the longsword and the javelins up there. She doesn't care about them. She can't use any of them. Well, actually, no. She can use the javelins. She's gonna keep the javelins. Javelins are
Right.
hers. She has
I'm gonna
javelins.
the extra javelins that those people threw up and missed earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna collect them and put them in the cart too.
Yeah. Yeah. There's.
Do we have a list for the cart?
I've just been putting it in
Um.
the treasure sheet on my page
Yeah.
here.
Just put
Alright.
it like in your treasure section. Just write down like cart, and then put the items underneath that word, just so you can separate them, so you know like what's
Yep.
where.
So hide armor, 2 javelins, and
And
what
2 long
else?
swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also that great axe. It's two-handed,
Uh,
which kind of doesn't work with your
I'll
fighting
just
style.
strap it to my back.
Well, that's why I didn't put it on the cart because I figured that was gonna you keep it.
Yeah.
I only put things here that were actually on the
I
cart.
know it's two-handed, so it doesn't work out with me with the shield, but just in case,
Mm.
I'll just carry it around with me.
Yeah. They have a great axe. And yeah, you're gonna travel north and south. So Thrak and who
Lobo.
was Lobo are gonna go south.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride Lobo south.
Okay, and
The cart's staying here.
Callista and Ragnar are gonna go north, and Briar's gonna stay in the middle. All right, so Jesus. Oh, and experience points. Hold on. Ooh, because you murdered them, and I'm guessing you're planning to keep the Aurochs.
The what? Sorry?
The
Yeah.
Aurochs, you're keeping them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So everyone only gains 150 EXP. They weren't
Okay.
worth that much.
2187. So 2 Aurochs.
Yeah, you have 2 Aurochs. They are large beasts. They're mounts, and they're pretty docile.
How the hell do you spell their name?
I will. Oh, here, I will. Eh. Right. They're basically like almost like buffaloes,
Mhm.
but
Much bigger.
yeah, much bigger and probably a bit more powerful. Because I'm pretty sure buffalo is also a creature sheet. So yeah, you have that, and you head south and north. So roll Callista. See if she can find a way up. And Thrak, you do investigation. See if you can find a way up.
That's actually not too bad for a native one.
Yeah, so after like several hours, since you both went in the same direction, different directions, you each go for like, a few hours down the road, in opposite directions, and then you meet back here to Tel Briorg. Thrak, down south, there is a bit of a slope. It's several hours down though, but there is a slope, and you did notice down there that there is a lot of footprints. All right, but the slope goes on both sides, so you can get Lobo and the wagon through there. And you can only assume that's probably the path that the Green Boars used to march their army through. So be careful on the trail.
Yeah.
Clear that.
What about Callista? Did she find anything?
She comes back empty-handed.
Alright.
Yeah. Get you out of this area here. And you're gonna head on back. Come on now. Alright, so you guys are gonna continue onward. Alright, for the Aurochs though, they're docile, but you will have to convince them to follow you. Right? That will take an animal handling check on each of them.
How's everybody's animal handling?
Mine's a 2.
Callista
Mine's a 3.
Callista raises her hands, one hand, specifically the one with the ring of speak with animal.
Yeah.
I could just ask them if they want to come with us.
That'd make it easier. Yeah.
Alright, she's gonna use her once a day use of speak with animals, and she's going to talk to the Aura. She's speaking in whatever language they speak.
Whatever language they speak.
Yeah. So you just hear her making all these weird, like, beast noises. And it sounds, coming from a tiefling, it sounds fucking hilarious. It looks fucking hilarious. But like the creatures are responding in the same manner. And I'm gonna roll, since she can talk directly to them, she's gonna roll persuasion instead. Is persuasion, but with advantage. Okay, didn't even need it. She turns around. Yeah, they're good.
Perfect.
Excellent. Good job.
They just don't want Lobo to eat them.
I'm gonna give Lobo scratchies and like, be a good boy.
Yeah, she just straight up speaks in direwolf. Lobo, do not eat our new friends. You see Lobo kind of just like narrowing his eye, licking his lips like a dog.
I'm gonna use my whistle to see if I get his attention.
All right, roll me a performance.
Wait, hold on. 2. Yes.
You have his undivided attention.
I'll be like, be good, and then when we get home, I'll feed you properly, and then I give him a treat.
Callista says he agrees with this.
Good.
But I think he might be thinking that you'll be feeding the Aurochs to him when you get home. She's like, want me to just tell him that's not what's going to happen?
Yes.
Okay, so she explains to Lobo basically, these Aurochs are not going to be food for you at any point, but instead we're going to give you something other than the Aurochs that you really, really like when we get home.
Yes.
Yeah, she explains all that. You kind of just see him like disappointed dog. Like, oh. Okay, who keeps scratching their mic?
It's not me.
That's me.
Why? Why'd you do this to me?
Because I got stuff on my face I'm trying to brush off, and I keep brushing the mic by mistake.
Okay. Well, so you continue onwards. Actually, from the slope that you found, you can easily follow the massive wave of footprints.
We'll keep an eye on it, but we'll start hiding our tracks so we lead
Oh yeah,
our northern direction, kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once we get like to here or something, we'll head towards where the tracks are going. So
Yeah.
we're luring them, like, yeah.
Yeah, the plan that you discussed, you'll be doing that,
Yeah.
but you have their marching tracks as a sort of like guideline to where they came from.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you actually it takes about a day, and um, you find in the distance what you can assume to be a large wall. It's like so, it's a large log wall encampment. It's really fucking way bigger than what you've got built. Um, it is got tall, like 20-foot long logs, but they're all spiked at the top. So climbing over, you'd be climbing over spikes. So climbing over would be quite difficult, even with a rope, because the rope itself could get snared or caught on a spike, and with your weight pulling on it, could start to rip.
Hmm.
Right. Also, you do have the rope that the orcs had, so you do have some extra rope. I will mention that.
Hmm.
Tack will take that because he lost his other one.
There you go. You have a rope now. You have your rope back.
Yay.
And you got some extra rope there put in the wagon since it's fairly heavy. Got some heft to it. So after about a day, you start to, you're still far away from it, but you see it in the distance. It is a very big encampment, very wide. Looks like it fit for an army. It's log walls, and you are off their main trail that they use. And since you described how you're hiding your tracks, I will say that that's covered. However,
Excellent.
you do have those aurochs now. Your party is
Mhm.
getting very wide. These are
Yeah.
large. These are large creatures. So I am gonna have to have you do me a survival check to cover up the tracks as you're progressing, because you have more to cover.
Yeah.
Or wider things to cover. Jeez, words. Oh yeah,
Does that work?
Yeah, Briorg, with like, you're the one that came up with that plan, so you already know what you're doing. Essentially, you have try to, as much as possible, narrow the marching line that you have, so that like what you're using on the back of the wagon to like drag, like smear through the sand to cover up the tracks. You just have everyone stay as narrow as possible in a straight line.
Yeah.
And everyone just follows along with that.
Mhm.
So you have these aurochs, like the wagons at the back, because that's where you attach the thing to smear through the sand. But like in front of you is the aurochs, and then I'd imagine it'd be like either Thrak or Callista or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you are still at quite a bit of a safe distance, but where you are, you could still notice certain things around the outside of the camp. So roll me a perception check. You are?
That's
Oh, you
our
did?
six.
Yeah.
Huh.
Didn't even fucking see it there. I'm not fucking there right now. Okay,
Whoa,
so
my map's freaking out.
What did you do?
I don't know. All of a sudden the entire map just disappeared except for the bottom right hand corner.
Huh.
weird.
Looks good on my screen.
So what you notice, Briorg?
Hold on, let me just exit and rejoin.
Okay, you're in the world map, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
the whole world map just went black except for let me show you. Right
hey.
here.
oh, it just went black on my player side.
Same.
What the fuck?
Yeah, very bottom right. Just happened for me.
Why is it only revealing down there? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Refresh player side. Like, I don't have it hidden or anything. There we go. I can see things now. There.
Mare. Mare.
Mine's totally back now, but I have to wait for my thing to load.
Why is like the words not showing up on the screen? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, and player side just froze. Oh boy, having some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And we're back. Had some difficulties. I can't
Yep.
words. Difficulties, whatever. Anyway, reorg. What you see from where you're kind of spying from, the entrance. There's a couple of entrances that you can see. The east entrance to your camp and the south entrance from the angle that you're on right now. Each entrance has an ogre blocking the path. And from the torches that are lit up within the camp, like on the upper walls, you can see like areas that would be like kind of like sentries, like there's orcs looking out over. You're too far away and you're kind of like staying hidden, not using light sources. But they have light sources in the distance, so you can see that. They're kind of like hiding in the darkness at this point as it's becoming more nighttime. Yeah, they have ogres at each entrance that you can see. They have lookouts all around their big encampment. Their encampment is in like a more hilled area, and they're kind of like up on a bit of a summit to the hills. So, like they have a bit more higher elevation, so the walls are like 20 feet high or so with sentries on it. But like the hill that they're on is like another 15 to 30 feet going upwards.
Lovely.
So they're quite high up. They have the high ground.
Yes.
Yes. Oh god, why am I zoomed in so much?
I'm gonna explain what I saw to my group.
Yeah, so I will say this: if you try to approach from any direction, they would have a very easy chance of seeing you because they are very high up and they get a wider scope of the area. Sneaking's still possible. It's going to be harder.
Oh, I won't be sneaking.
Yeah,
I will.
I got no chance of it.
Then you beat our distraction.
Yeah, you could go.
That'll work.
You could go in with the aurochs, maybe even hide on the auroch, hiding your appearance, and just have the aurochs kind of like return home.
Yeah.
This way, it will give us a chance to sneak around, and you could surprise them. Although she looks over and she's like, "How do you feel about taking on an ogre by yourself until we get around?"
Yeah. Quick question.
Yes.
Where would they be going around to? The back entrance, or?
That was a good question, Threk.
Because I'm saying if they just take the aurochs inside and I'm like attached to the bottom of the auroch, like hiding, because there's like super hairy underneath, I'm assuming.
They're just large. They are hairy, but let me see. Where do I have the picture of them? Beast, auroch. Yeah. They're they're hairy, yes, but not like big mop like hair. You wouldn't really be able to hide in their fur.
Alright.
Not without giving them discomfort. And even if you did manage to hide underneath them, the fur isn't long enough to like cover your body. So
Meh.
you could still
How
tech-
intelligent are ogres?
you would have to roll me a.
I'm asking everyone.
Let me check my knowledge on aurochs.
That would be a nature. Or ogres or aurochs?
Aurochs.
I mean, what
No,
was
I guess.
ogres.
Ogres. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a. I want to say history then.
Achoo.
Ogres are stupid. Briorg, ogres probably could do better math than you can.
Ouch.
Probably. You don't know for sure, but you don't feel confident with solo dealing an ogre, so splitting
I
and
have an
going
idea.
around.
I have an idea.
Okay.
While I'm hiding behind the Aurochs, heading up there, like literally hiding behind them, I can use my echo to distract and fight it. I won't be actually fighting it. And every time it gets wiped out, I'll still be hiding behind the Aurochs and sending out my echo to attack still.
Could work, but what if when it destroys your echo, it comes after you if you're seen? How confident do you feel about taking on an ogre by yourself until we get there? If we happen to like go around and try to sneak in while you're creating a distraction.
I'm confident I can get away.
I'm not asking about. I'm
Taking it on, I'm
Yes.
pretty confident.
You're confident you can solo an ogre temporarily?
Yes.
That's what Callista's looking at you.
Yes,
Sure?
yes. 100%.
Well, feel you can. I'm not gonna tell you you can't, but Thrak, where do you want to sneak in from?
Thing is, she
Actually-
would be sneaking in now.
Actually, where will we have the distraction start from? Because we can see the east entrance and the south entrance, and they both have ogres. And from what you can see, also on top of the ogres, there are sentries, so the ogres would also have backup on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So how confident do you feel about ogres as well as backup and being by yourself?
Not very confident then.
Well, see now, question. What direction were the footprints, like the main army footprints, going? Were they heading into battle, or they?
So the direction that the main trail footprints for like the marching army was coming from the south entrance. So that seems to be probably their main wider entrance.
No, I know, but I mean, like, I'm trying to determine whether or not their main force is in there, or if they went to battle.
That roll me. These would be several sets. Basic intelligence. See if you know if they're actually in there or not, based on the footprints. For Jorg, you can tell that based on the returning set, the main force is in there, but they are very narrow compared to the initial width of like the main force when it launched out. In fact, narrow enough that you could probably take it on.
I explained this to them.
As long as you guerrilla tactics instead of full on head on assault. If you did that, you would not take on a small army, but
I have an idea. Let's just take out the ogre and the sentries and run away. Basically, let's not go head on blazing. Let's take out the guys defending this place first.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
guerrilla
basically,
tactics.
I'll lure them towards you guys, and you guys hide out.
Yeah, bring them to the area here, and we'll ambush them.
Okay.
And ogres are stupid, so I can probably easily lure it.
As far as you know, they're probably smarter than you are, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but Thrak told me
I
they're
explained
stupid.
to him.
Yeah, Thrak, you know the ogres are stupid. They're put as gate guards because they're big and tough, and anything that tries to get past them is just gonna get eaten.
Yeah.
If they're small enough. Ogres are not really ones for diplomacy, so like if you try to talk to it, it's probably just gonna get angry if you confuse it with words. So it'll probably just get angry and attack regardless. Because they're stupid. They're stupid.
So I'm gonna have Thrak and them. You said the entrances are north and south?
East and south is the entrances that you can see.
Alright.
You don't know if there's more entrances besides that.
We'll attack from the east entrance then.
Okay.
And I'll have them hide relatively close by.
Okay.
And I'll sort of hide, but I'll send within 30 feet of me. I'll send my echo over and just attack with my boomerang.
Okay. So basically, write that plan down because we're gonna end session here. It's
Okay.
already after 10. My throat hurts and I'm kind of tired.
Alright.
All right. So write down that plan so you know what you're doing next time we play this.
Alright.
Because this is your plan, not mine. You deal with this your way.
Thrak and others are hiding.
I'll let you write it down.
Yeah, no worries. At the bottom of the hill. I am somewhat hiding beside them. And just sending. I love my echo, by the way.
It's some cheap bullshit, and the thing is, it's finished content.
Yeah.
So it's not still playtesting. That's what the Wizards of the Coast decided to just, we're just gonna let that be a thing.
Yeah, that's so. You can use it so versatile.
You can use it so abusively because to simply create the thing costs nothing. Except a bonus action to summon it on your turn.
Yeah.
But other than that, it doesn't have a time limit. It uses your stats and all that stuff, so you don't have to have multiple stat sheets or anything. The only thing its armor is different. And moving, it's separate than yours and has more than a dwarf. But it's a class thing rather than a racial thing. So it's just really, really spamming cheap bullshit.
I like it.
Yeah. And you can and technically it's tangible since it can hit things and be a target, so you can flank with it. You can flank with your own echo, have others flank with it. And you can teleport between its spots if it's within 15 feet, I think.
Yeah, it's within 15 feet.
Yeah, if it's within 50 feet, you can just magically teleport from your place to its place and vice versa. That's bullshit.
Okay. I am 60 feet. I'm writing this down so we know.
Okay.
In battle, away from the ogre while hiding because it's nighttime in the dark. My echo will be set up 30 feet away from the ogre while attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. So you have your plan, you have it figured out, which,
Yeah.
like, I'm impressed with you guys, especially you, Justin. Usually you don't have a plan to deal with anything, but you made a plan, and I believe that's a good plan that could actually work.
Yes.
Yes, the DM is proud of the players for once.
Woohoo!
Anyway, I'm going to stop recording here. We'll pick this up whenever. Good game.
Excellent.